This is James Holder for IFL TV in association with the MGM Marbella. I'm on South Kensington today at the Odeon for the press conference between Derek Chisora versus Tyson Fury for the right to fight. With me, I've got promoter Frank Warren. Right, Frank?
I'm good, thank you.
Bit nervous, squeaky bum time during that, Frank?
Not for me. I'm not fighting. But it was, I just want to make sure I didn't get out of hand and anything stupid happens before the fight.
Yeah, it's a fine line, isn't it, between excitement and then obviously jeopardising the fight with the ball as well at the same time.
Well, yeah, all around. If it happens, if one of them gets cut or something, then obviously the fight that causes a problem with the fight, which I'm sure nobody wants to happen. But let them save it all for the night. That's the most important thing.
It's good to see two heavyweights passionate about going into this fight.
They both fancy their chances. You can see that they're both. What I'm more impressed with is the condition both are in. They're both probably in the best condition they've ever been in their whole careers. So that's encouraging. And there's a lot of emotions and feelings there because they both realise what the fight means. The winner gets a shot at the world title.
A lot was made of Derek's fitness last time. He seems to be a lot more mobile. He's been a lot more active as well in the last 18 months. Do you think this could play a big part?
He's actually been the most active heavyweight, I think, in the world. He's had he's had some decent opponents, and I know we keep banging on about it, but he's changed his whole diet and his preparations for his fights, and you only got to see that in the shape he's in. He's fighting 2.5, sometimes 3 stone lighter than he normally does, and so he's got the bit between his teeth. I mean, one thing about Derek Chisora, he's not phased about fighting anybody. If you get in the ring after 16 fights with Klitschko, you go and fight Eliminator in his home country, and actually win the fight and get robbed. He's not worried about that. It doesn't faze him at all.
Having spoken to him over the last 12 months, he seems to calm down a little bit, matured as a man, but having seen him in action today, it's safe to say he's still as tenacious and still as hostile as ever,
he's a fighting man. It's in him, and I think somebody gets into his space, and it's the same with Tyson Fury. They get in your face, they react. That's what they do. But they need to save that for the night. And I think Derek today, he's shown a little bit more. He is showing some maturity, but it is what it is. Emotions are running high. It takes one word to spark something, and suddenly you get a free for all.
That's right. What were your thoughts on Derek saying he had built your channel? He was Mr. Box Nation. He was the poster boy for everything.
He's been involved in some great fights on the channel. There's no doubt about that. And he's been in some great nights. Him and David Hay was a great night for the channel. Fantastic. The Eliminator, he's had some good fights over the last few months on there, or over the last year. They've been great fights, and this fight is happening on Box Nation. It's been caused by the advent of the channel. That's made it happen. It's got two guys in a position where the winner will get a shot at the world title. So that's been good for the game, and it's great for the channel. Can help to do that.
Could be a massive chance. Well, there is a massive carrot at the end of this fight for the winner. Certainly, it's going to play on these guys' mind a little bit, and it adds to the occasion, doesn't it? It
does. There's a lot of tensions there. There's a lot of talk about the first fight, but I don't think the first fight you just need to eradicate that from your mind. It was in a different time. There were two different guys. They're maturer, they're bigger. They're better fighters than they were then, so I think we're in for a totally different type of fight.
We saw Tyson Fury suggesting a big bet, 10 grand, chump change to him. He says he'd give the kids more than that to go to the shops. You wouldn't mind having him as an uncle, would you, to be fair?
Or a dad, so you'd be all right. So, that was where they were. If they want to have a bet, they can work that out.
That's what I was going to say. Did you have an inkling to maybe to come in and back Derek in his bet? Was that going through your mind?
I'll have a chat with him afterwards, but we'll sit down and do that nice and privately. I don't want to get into some stupid slanging match, but there will be a side stake. There's no doubt about that.
All right. Well, it's interesting to know. As I said, phones for you, Arena. Any talk on the undercard? Who's going to be appearing? What's going on?
Well, we got Billy Joe Saunders fighting Blandamura. That's basically an eliminator to get the #1 position in the WBO.
Yeah, that'll be the chief support.
Yep, 2 undefeated fighters for the European title. So Billy's got to step up to the plate, and it's not an easy job for him. We've got Liam Smith in there. He's been out with an injury. He's his first fight back. I'm looking forward to seeing him back in action again because I expect big things of him. I think he's a tremendous young talent. We've got Ronnie Heffron in a really good fight up there. He's in an eliminator for the British title. We've got Liam Walsh on the card. And I'm sure I forgot a lot of others, but there's 17 fights on the card, so it's quite a big night's boxing, and it's don't get no better than that. 17 fights. I think there's 6 title fights or eliminators, whatever you want to call them, on there, and they're all pretty 50-50 fights on paper.
It's a fantastic night.
It is. I think it's the best, the best matchmaking of a show for a long, long time.
All right, well, listen, we no doubt we've got a few announcements coming ourselves in the near future, Frank.
We have, and we're looking at some
Yeah.
really exciting stuff, hopefully, on the cards for all of us.
Indeed. Thank you for giving me your time today, sir. I really enjoyed the press conference.
Pleasure.
No doubt I'll catch you again real soon.
All right, young man.
Cheers, Frank.